We all got into this hobby for different reasons. Some because they wanted to talk to others either in their area or far off lands. Some do it for the emergency comms aspect. And others, well, there's a litany of other reasons hams are hams. I want to talk about one particular aspect that some do routinely and others not so much. Up next. Welcome to the House of Ham. I'm Bob WV7W. I know it's been a while since my last video. I just retired and, well, I've been pretty busy. Now, those of you not yet retired may be thinking that I should have all sorts of time to do videos. And those of you who have already retired are probably nodding their head in an understanding. I've had a few projects around the house that have been waiting for this retirement, but I'm back, and today I'm going to talk about experimenting and some of the things that you may have not thought about trying but should. Let me start off with a question. Why experiment? Amateur radio was founded on the idea of experimentation. It's in our DNA. Now, look at most of all the things you do with this hobby, and if nobody experimented, they likely would not be there for you to enjoy. Now, that pioneering initiative isn't really what I'm talking about here. If you have that kind of vision to see something that doesn't yet exist and make it a reality, great, we need more of you. What I'm talking about is experimenting with the things we already have available to us, but have not yet tried. Now, whether that's trying a new mode or trying a new band or building your own antenna kit, or you name it, all of those things will not only make you a better rounded ham, but you may find that new passion you didn't realize you had. Now, let's say you're a VHF FM guy only, and you stick to the repeaters and you enjoy yourself. Great. But have you considered trying some other things? Now, I know HF can be an expensive proposition to get into. Getting a top-notch HF radio can set you back well over $1,000. I get it. We don't all have that kind of money. But consider used gear, or maybe a ham in your area has a rig you can borrow to try out. What about different modes? Maybe you're on HF, but you only do FT8 or sideband. Consider some other things like CW. Now, I know CW scares a lot of hams, but it shouldn't. Consider learning the code and giving it a go. It's a lot of fun. Now, maybe you're a staunch CW-only guy. I get it. I'm mostly a CW guy myself. But consider trying sideband, even FT8 or RTTY if you're a purist. Now, I know I'll get beat up for this one, but consider APRS on the VHF and UHF side. It has its uses and it's kind of neat. Now, I don't do much of it, but at least I've tinkered with it. Try satellite or ISS hunting. You can do that with an HT and a simple homemade Yagi antenna. Some even do it with the rubber duck antenna, but I imagine with much less success. Now, if you're really brave, try using one of those spaceborne repeaters. That takes a little bit more to realize, though. Now, you can decide for yourself if you want to pursue it further after you give it a try. To truly do satellite stuff right costs a pretty penny with a full duplex rig and an azimuth and elevation rotator. Now, one of the most gratifying things about ham radio is making your own stuff. Start with antennas, as you can do that for very little cash or time outlay. You can make dipoles and end feds that work really well. Now, my first antenna I built was a 2-meter J-pole out of a piece of 300 ohm twin lead. If you're younger than 40, you may not even know what that stuff is. We used to use it for antenna cable back in the day. Consider kit building. There are a bunch of kits out there that don't cost too much and will give you a real sense of accomplishment when you get it on the air and make a contact using something made by your own hands. The kits by QRP Labs are a great place to start. They are of superior quality and the instructions are top-notch. Now, I would start with the QCX Mini first. They're single band and pretty easy to put together. The QMX is a great kit too, but it's much tighter as they squeeze an extra 4 bands in the same amount of space. Now, I've recently started working on the T41 EP. And well, I wouldn't really call it a kit, it's a project. Now, I did get the PC boards. Well, my friend Dan did and was nice enough to include me. And we went in together to get all the parts. And it's mostly surface mount, which has been much easier than I thought. Now, I will do a video soon on the T41, but it isn't for the faint of heart. Try some different operating activities like POTA or SOTA, or get on a net. There are VHF nets on many repeaters. Consider an HF net. I get on a regional CW net every morning, and it's not only enjoyable, but it's improving my operating skill. Try giving back to your community by trying out one of the things like Skywarn or emergency comms like Aries or RACES. Those can be found through your local club or just ask on your repeater. Those folks would love to talk to you. The bottom line is there's a lot of things to try in our hobby. And I know many of you have busy lives between work and family, and ham radio isn't the only thing in your life. Trust me, I get it. I've experienced that myself. In fact, there have been periods of my ham career that I've left it dormant for some period of time, and that's okay. This is a hobby, not an occupation. But you never know where that next area of enjoyment might arise. Give things a try. Some things will click, others won't. Do the things you like and skip the ones that you don't. One word of caution with this whole experimenting thing. Don't go spending a ton of money on one thing until you realize you truly like it. Learn a bit about it, and if possible, try it out with someone else's stuff before you make a big investment. Now, if I left something out for others to try, leave a comment below for others to see. If you hit on a good one, I'll pin you and we'll maybe dedicate a video to it. Until next time, this is WV7W 73.